Hi, my name is Tess Wagner. This is my dog Tiva. I'm from Gulf Breeze, Florida. I'm a traveling nurse and a van dweller, and I'm getting a new camper van from Drifter Vans. This is Vanlife the White, my first van I've ever lived in. If you want to take a tour, come on in. All right, welcome to my closet. It's very walk-in-able. Usually it's covered from here to here. It seconds as blackout curtains and insulation, so everything in my van has two purposes. If it doesn't really belong in my van. It's a pretty tight space. So we have my kitchenette. I have my whole control panel, operates my refrigerator and my sink. Everything is electric. So this has been pretty nice to have in the summer times. Down here we have my clean water and my gray water. 6 gallons, so it's all about conserving water in this van. 6 gallons can go pretty quickly. Welcome to my kitchenette area. It's all my cleaning supplies, and usually I have food up here, but slowly moving out. So yeah, this is my bathroom caddy. So obviously this one does not come with the bathroom, so gyms are my best friend. Last but not least, I have my bedroom. I have a short queen, so both Tiva and I do sleep up here. I have to sleep diagonal in order to sleep comfortably, but it gets the job done, and we stay nice and cozy all year round. My jerry-rigged curtain. Lovingly enough, I have just used the wiring that is part of the van for the back light to hang up my curtain to keep the light out and for privacy purposes. Yeah. So, yeah, gotta get creative when you live in a van. It was funny when I was talking to Paul, he asked me what things I wanted in my new van, and pretty much I said a toilet and heating. I love being in the mountains, and I love skiing. Unfortunately, I have a dog that's bred for the south and the heat, so I've lived in some like negative temperatures with her. So if it's 4 degrees outside, it's 4 degrees in here. So I'm upgrading to have like a more comfortable lifestyle. I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and there have definitely been some struggles in the heat. It's so hard to stay cool, and in the cold, it's very hard to stay warm. And especially with this one, I have to make a lot of life changes with van life in this particular van, and I know not all vans are like this one. So I'm upgrading to make our lives more comfortable and more full-time savvy, I guess. I know this sounds so like basic, but I've been standing and eating meals for 2.5 years in my kitchenette. I'm ready to have like a built-in stove that I can just readily cook my meals whenever I want, instead of having to build up and break down my stove every day. And also to have like insulation. This is like 2.5 years of like experience that I'm just like thinking now. I'm like, oh my god, where my water doesn't freeze at night. So when I wake up, I can actually like run water out of the faucet without having to worry about it like being frozen or my pipes busting because it's so cold outside and in here. And also, again, cooking. Cooking has been like, I love cooking, and to actually have a full kitchen, I'm so excited to just be able to like get creative in the kitchen again. So that's something I'm very much looking forward to in my next chapter of van life. I mean, the upgrade, seriously, it was so funny. He was like, a toilet and heat, I can do that. And I was like, cool. Hey, Tiva, you want to go get our new home? Yeah? Let's go. Yeah, all right, let's go. Thank you. Yeah, just no personal space. There you go. Here we go. I'm here in Detroit, and I'm very excited. Today's my big reveal day. Every time I live in an apartment or a house, I'm just like, I could just be on the road in nature and living my dream in van life. So I'm very excited about today to get my new home. Last time I talked to you guys, I was selling my old van. I sold my van to a physical therapist in San Diego, and it was nice because I delivered it. So I drove from Reno to San Diego to drop it off. I was like a little like heartbroken, but it was also really nice because the person that bought it is now living van life on the weekends, and we actually stay in touch, and so I get to see all of her adventures in my old van, which is actually pretty cool. It actually went to a home that somebody's appreciating it and like redoing it, making her own. So I was sad, but I was also like, I'm getting a cooler van. Just like, I'm Tess. This is Tiva. Hi, Tiva. This is my adventure buddy. So, you know.
The adventure begins right now.
I'm like gonna cry. This is weird.
Already?
The tears. I think so, maybe. Oh my gosh. It's like, come on, Tiva. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. I met Paul via Vanlife Trader and I saw one of his builds and I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful van. Can I have that one? And he goes, it's somebody else's, but we can build one that you love. And I just kept looking at all of his van builds. I was like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So going from my dirtbag skier rock climbing van, I was just like, oh man, I just want like a beautiful house inside of a van. And I saw Drifter Vans was doing that. So that's why I ended up going to Paul and Drifter. So with this van build, I was very particular. I really wanted a heating system because I do live in the mountains a lot and it can get very cold. In my old van, if it was 4 degrees outside, it was 4 degrees inside. So it was quite difficult to try to keep her warm and keep myself warm. But what I ended up doing with this build is I got a central heater. I believe it's a Webesto. It actually runs off of my gas tank, which I don't have to really do anything, just have a full tank of gas. So it's gonna be a game changer in like keeping my dog warm, especially like when I'm working during the day and it's very cold and snowing outside. And then also with the AC unit, when it does start to get warmer in the summer months, I can turn on the AC or open up the vents, turn on my fans, and that's how I'm able to keep my dog happy and content and safe and also be comfortable while I'm sleeping in the middle of the winter in the mountains. The heating and the AC and the ventilation was a very big upgrade that I made for this van that was kind of, it was very difficult to live in a van without it, so especially with an animal. So hopefully with this, Tiva will be much more happy and she will be more comfortable and will stay nice and warm, and you know, we don't have to worry about hypothermia or, you know, heat stroke.